Hi, I'm Captain Reverend Zach.
And I'm Francis.
And welcome to This Movie Was a Hot Dog, a podcast where me and a friend of mine, or my brother Francis here, watch a bad movie, critically, financially, or otherwise, then we review it, break it down, and tell you what we think. So this week is all Francis's fault. We watched 1987's extremely low-budget trauma horror movie, Redneck Zombies, directed by Who Could Possibly Care, and starring humans standing in front of a camera. Hey, Francis.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
And I'm really sorry about this one.
This is only a movie because it meets the, bare minimum legal requirements to be one.
It's almost like something when you're a kid, you just film in your backyard.
It's just... Okay. So let me take you through my experience before we even start talking about this thing. When this started, when I pressed play, I was immediately worried because I had no idea that this was a trauma movie. Do you know what that means? Francis, do you have any idea what you've done?
I did a little reresearch after the fact, but I'm still not fully sold on.
You were like, well, how can this exist?
Yes, that's exactly... Yeah, I don't have a lot of information on it, but from what I'm gathering, it doesn't usually come out well when it's a trauma film.
Trauma, for those of you who don't know, including apparently my brother, is a very low-budget production company founded by this guy named Lloyd Kaufman and another guy. And Lloyd Kaufman actually directs and writes a lot of these movies as well. Most of them are sort of campy, silly, exploitation-y films, but they're not even B-movie schlock, that is very entertaining. He's not like an Ed Wood, although I imagine he sort of fancies himself one. These are Z movies. They're so fucking... Everything is awful about them, and I don't... to the point where, you don't know, what's a joke and what's not, and is this real, and where am I in space and time, and... Some of the movies made by Troma that you might possibly know are Toxic Avenger, Class of Nukem High, and Tromeo and Juliet. Tromeo and Juliet was actually written by James Gunn, the director of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Interesting.
Yeah, a lot of people come out of Troma sometimes. You'll get some good producers and good cinematographers and shit like that will have worked on this 9th Toxic Avenger movie or whatever, and then they do some good work later. So I understand that Troma has a cult following for being shocking exploitation, schlocky badness. I can personally not stand Troma films. Now, as you know, Francis, I produce a bad movie podcast. And we ham it up for yucks and shit, but I personally love bad movies. I don't know where you stand, but I like a lot of these movies. Even when they're bad, I'm being entertained. I love hammy acting. I love bad effects. I love a schlocky story and visuals. But with that, I cannot stand trauma movies. They are so bad. They pass that so bad it's good category into so bad it's awful.
Well, I was thinking, when I'm watching it, all I could think of was, this just looks like, hey, I'm a teenager, and hey, guys, my friends, you want to make a movie in the backyard? And that's it.
That's how it looks.
Yes.
These are all grown adults, though.
Right, exactly. But that's the feel you get from watching this film.
We're kind of getting into it. I'm not done my rant completely. So the Troma logo pops up. I have, PTSD all of a sudden, and I start shaking. Then a scroll pops up that is also read to us for some reason that basically says a barrel of a toxic chemical went missing, and some scientist said it could destroy the world. Great, movie should start, right?
Wait.
Nope.
I got to interject here.
Yeah.
What about before that? Did you watch the version of the movie where they had the interviews beforehand?
The interviews beforehand?
Oh, I must have watched the collector's edition.
Oh boy.
So I gotta bring you up to speed on that.
Okay.
So it just starts off, and they're interviewing a redneck zombie in a bathroom.
Oh, my God.
And he's just like, oh, man, I don't know why you got to call us rednecks. Our necks aren't even red. And he goes on for like 5 minutes.
Jesus Christ. No wonder you couldn't watch us.
And
full disclosure, by the way, you might as well.
And then it...
No. Say what happened.
Yeah. Oh.
Say what you did.
Oh, so, yeah. So after about 30 minutes, I just said, I can't fucking watch this movie. And I turned it off, and we got ready to do the podcast, and I was like, yeah, I have to admit, I didn't watch the movie, and Reverend Zach was a little upset with me, but...
I was very upset
yes.
because I had to watch the whole thing.
And I was like, maybe I can get away with this, but my inner conscience told me to tell the truth.
So we're recording this a day after we typically record it because I made him go back and finish what you started, by the way.
I know I picked the film, and I don't know why. I think I saw it in a list of, like, you know, best good bad movies or something like that.
Oh, you must have accidentally looked up, like, what do you show a person you want to drive insane? Because it's like, it's fucking, oh!
Back to the movie. Hold on. Back to the collector's edition.
Oh, please. The specialized edition.
So after that, it cuts to the directors of the film, and they talk for like 5 minutes about the film.
No wonder you couldn't finish it.
And then it cuts. Did you get to the part with the hospital? Is that after the scroll?
Yeah, that's after the scroll.
Okay. So that's So then okay, I'm caught up.
What did the directors have to say, by the way? Anything?
Yeah, well, I mean, they just kept saying, like, we think this is one of our better masterpieces, and all this crap.
See, that's sort of where it gets into, like, is
it
some, is it a joke? Is this a joke?
Yeah.
Because I would, like, some of the dialogue is supposed to be funny, right?
Yeah.
But this was, like, filmed. First of all, this was not made on film. This was made on a VHS recorder. This movie is on tape.
Somebody had the thing on their shoulder, you know, the old...
Yeah, somebody had the giant thing that people used to take to Disney World. Remember Mom and Dad used to have it? It came in it had its own suitcase.
Suitcase. And then I remember the VHSs, you had to pop the thing out to even put...
Right, you put it right in the top, and we had the thing... we also had the one that had the little Betamax recorders.
Oh, yeah.
and you put that into a VHS tape?
Yep, I remember it. Yep.
Well,
I'm
regardless
sure it cost,
of us,
$5,000 or something.
Well, at the time.
Yeah.
But regardless of you and me reminiscing about our mom's old video recorder, that's what this is filmed on, though. So that part's not a joke.
$10,000.
What?
The budget.
Oh, and boy, does it show.
I'm thinking less.
Oh, God, it had to be. But because, like we said, what's a joke, what's not a joke? Dialogue is bad, things like maybe that's supposed to be funny, but nobody films a movie on VHS to be funny. They film that because they didn't have any money. So the audio is bad and grainy. Like you hear, like the whole movie has a throughout the entire thing because you're working with a shitty microphone on a VHS tape.
And there's a few scenes where you see the boom mic.
Oh, there's a few scenes where you see everything. So anyway. The scroll happens, right? And then after the scroll, it flashes the Full Moon's Pictures logo. Did you see that?
No, I guess I missed that.
Okay, so this drove me crazy.
Why?
It doesn't make any sense. Full Moon Pictures is its own separate production company. And I love Full Moon movies. They make the Puppet Master films.
Great movies.
They make and Subspecies, I think they make too, is another good one. They make great B movies, like pretty good B movies. You watch Puppet Master looks like a goddamn movie, not somebody's class project or whatever this is. And why was it presented by both? That doesn't make any sense. And trust me, I scoured the internet, and I could not find an answer.
Let's write them.
It has to be... It's made by Troma, or... I mean, it was distributed by Troma, or it was distributed by Full Moon. It can't be both. It just can't be. I don't know why. Why?
So, well, maybe we could write them and tell them, hey, our podcast...
Oh, yeah, dear Lloyd Kaufman. Blah, he doesn't care. So, finally, the movie starts. And that's when you see the entire movie is shot on video. We are 35 seconds into this thing, and I was already losing my mind.
And by the way, the film runs. We always talk about films running too long. This, I could not believe it was an hour and 34 minutes.
There's nothing in it. Not a goddamn thing happens for an hour.
What? About 45 minutes, I'd say.
There's just, Christ on a cross.
That did happen. Okay.
So it opens on what is supposed to be a mental asylum, but is clearly like some guy's house.
I love how you go. My notes are definitely not big like that. Okay, go ahead.
Why? What? What do you mean?
I don't know. Mine's just like some weird hospital scene where people smoke.
No, they're like, this is a mental hospital, and it's just the dude's home, and there is a guy who's sitting in a chair, burning himself with cigarettes. Two doctors walk up and have dialogue, and then they leave.
About nothing. Let's go play some golf.
Then we cut to the inside of a room where there is a person. I can't tell if it's a man or a woman or a living human being. And there's just 40 straight seconds of crazy laughter. Just like... and then nothing happens. Then we...
Wait, I do want to say, though, and after that, we have I liked the catchy opening song.
Oh, you would.
Well, I just did. I thought it was a very nice little,
Oh, you gotta like something.
Little jingle.
Oh, you liked it. You might as well suggest this movie, then.
I am not going to do that.
So, the person, after there's just this fit of crazy laughter, has a flashback about zombies. Then whatever the fuck all that shit was just ends. That's over. Cut to the title card and a country song,
which was good.
Redneck zombies, like
ding 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 bang, something like.
So we are then introduced to the next character in this cinematic event, who is a soldier in a jeep who is smoking a joint while talking to a dog who is wearing sunglasses. I can't understand a single thing he's saying. This is all due to the fact that 40% of the dialogue in this movie is ADR'd. Well,
and the truck's going at the same time.
Oh, yeah. There's a truck and a radio, and this guy's, like, got a joint in his mouth, and he's like, blah, 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 and and this was supposed to be a joke. This was supposed to be hilarious. He's just talking and talking and talking. And who could he talk to? Maybe he's talking to himself.
Nope.
Then after about 10 minutes, we cut to a dog wearing sunglasses.
and he's
Hey, dude, how long did you have to pause it? Because you were laughing so goddamn hard because it was a dog wearing goddamn sunglasses. Wasn't that fucking hilarious?
I didn't pause the movie.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. You know what? We grew up in the same house. Where I come from, it's called playing along.
Okay. That's one of those words things.
Yeah, it's almost like we run like a comedy podcast, and a lot of this is a bit.
I was just I don't know, confused.
Anyway, smash cut to like 8 people lost in the woods.
Wait, hold on a second.
What do you mean, hold on a second?
You're part of the scene there.
No.
Yeah, doesn't he crash at that point?
No.
All right, well, you go ahead then.
I take good notes, goddammit. I know what happens in the movie and when it happens. You didn't even finish the goddamn film.
Oh, okay, it does say that. It says, talking to dog, a group of people looking to go camping.
I'm glad we're on the same page.
We are. That's line 5 of my notes.
You know what? For those playing at home, you can move your Francis piece on the board 5 pieces ahead.
Back 2 spaces. Taxman collects $200.
So smash cut to 8 people in the woods. They're looking at camp. They're talking to each other about their pubes and deodorant. Back to the Jeep. The soldier offers the joint to the dog. The dog then burps. The guy burns his hand on the joint. Swerves on the road, the barrel of chemicals falls off and rolls into the hill for like 45 seconds. It's just slow-mo of a barrel rolling down a hill.
What low-rank private or whatever he is are they going to get to just drive this, dangerous, hazardous material?
Why is there a dog wearing sunglasses?
Maybe he picked them up in the town before.
the soldier follows the barrel down the hill, finds it, is threatened by a fat redneck in overalls, says, "Get off my land." The redneck shoots at the soldier, but doesn't somehow, because, like, there's a smash cut to the soldier just driving away, which I think is supposed to be like a cartoony, like, pew, and then he disappears and he's in the Jeep. And
yeah, like Looney Tunes.
But what it actually looks like happened is the movie's missing about 15 frames because he's just there and then he's gone.
Yeah, exactly. And at first I thought that he shot him, the way they make it seem.
No, it's a bad movie. It's edited very poorly. It just looks bad.
So then the redneck's all happy he has a barrel now.
He's just happy he has a barrel. He can't read, get it? Because he's
a redneck, yep.
Because he's a redneck. The redneck's about to open the barrel. He's threatened by 5 more rednecks. A series of dialogue unfolds, and then in the end, the 4 rednecks end up with the barrel.
Yeah, because, well, they're like, well, we got to kill you or something. And he's like,
it doesn't matter. They have the barrel now.
Well, hold on. Let's really analyze this part.
Oh, my God. What are we analyzing?
Well, you got somewhere to go?
Yeah, I have a life to get to that doesn't involve redneck zombies.
Okay, well, then you take it away, then. I'm not going to take the lead, then.
Oh, no. Okay, no, please. If you have a thought, I would love to hear your thoughts on this.
I was just going to analyze that part of the movie, that's all.
Then, analyze away.
Oh, well, I thought it was kind of funny, that the rednecks were fighting each other over this stupid barrel.
That's your analysis?
Yeah.
That's what you had to stop the progress of this synopsis for to say.
Well, I mean, it was just kind of a cute little funny scene.
Oh, nothing is cute or funny in this. You couldn't finish this movie. You didn't like it. Don't start pretending like you did. So then they move the barrel to what I guess is supposed to represent their home, which is just a log on the ground. Dialogue includes stereotyped accents, one of them being very stupid. Another one wanting to be called by a girl's name because he watches too much TV, apparently. They open it up, and the zombie juice pours into their moonshine, and they use the barrel to make more moonshine.
Now it's green.
Then the Elephant Man shows up in a truck to sell loose tobacco products to them, and then his voice becomes modulated, and he delivers an oddly seriously convincing anti-smoking message.
I don't know. I kind of liked his character.
The thing I just said, those series of words, for anybody who hasn't seen this movie, might just seem like gibberish. It is a man who has a bag over his head, similar to John Merrick in The Elephant Man, which is a good movie, see that. He is in a truck, and he sells loose tobacco products like an ice cream man. Instead of playing a song, he bangs a wooden spoon on a pot, and like childlike adult rednecks run out of a cornfield to buy chewing tobacco from a disfigured mountain man who calls himself the Tobacco Man. And they're all like, we get
dip, we want dip.
We get our dip from chewing tobacco. And he goes like, if you're not careful, your teeth will fall out. And then he has like a 2-minute monologue about why, like, tobacco is bad for you. That goes nowhere. Nothing comes of that. They run away in fear, and it's the end of that scene. What the fuck was that?
Like many other scenes in this movie, it just sort of doesn't fit
anywhere. No, like, the other scenes, although dumb, play into the theme and story of the movie. This is just an anti-smoking campaign told from a literal monster.
Well, like I said, I don't know. I thought his character was kind of neat.
In what way?
Like in that creepy, weird way. I'm sorry, I really don't mean to, like, get you upset.
No, that's fine. Okay. So, cut back to the hikers looking for a place to sleep, and they have more dialogue. Then we cut to the soldier who is being reamed out by a superior for losing the barrel and being told he needs to go back and get it. Then the next set of scenes is a man peeing in a pond. A hillbilly picks up a crazy man on the road to go to the barber. The guy cuts his face with a razor and gets kicked out of the truck and then drinks some zombie booze.
So now it's started.
Oh, thank God. We're only 30 minutes in. First of all, 50 minutes of this movie is real-time footage of a man doing door-to-door deliveries.
Of the moonshine.
Of the moonshine.
Do you want to go through any of the highlights of those deliveries?
Oh, we'll get to them as
okay.
we encounter them. Then we cut to the campers smoking weed while the rest of the rednecks drink the zombie juice. Then we cut to the guy doing the deliveries. Here, I think, is where a lot of the comedy is supposed to come.
Oh, this is supposed to be comedy. Okay.
Excuse me. Let me take a sip of vodka, please.
Does it have zombie juice in it? Be careful. If it's green, you got to watch out.
Yeah, it's clear. I'm good. So he's on a delivery, and inside the house of the delivery are two hillbillies who are watching a TV show, not a video, a TV show that is just a topless woman playing with her boobs.
Yep.
While circus music plays, and then they cut to the hillbillies on the couch giggling like idiots. They're just like...
It's the weirdest set of boobies I've ever seen, too.
And then it's just a girl, like, not even like, it's not like a porn. So she's not like, first of all, there's no face. There's not even a lower part of a torso. It is just a set of small boobs and a woman, like, you know, like squeezing one and then like lifting one up while the music in the background is just... It's like, what? And what is happening?
And that's funny.
Is it, though?
I'm sure that's what they were going for.
I mean, was that supposed to be funny, or was it supposed to be creepy?
Both?
If I can't figure out what your movie wants me to feel...
That's how I felt.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I keeping you awake?
Just thinking about the movie, it made me all tired.
Here's a broadcasting 101 lesson. You need to yawn, cough, or sneeze. Try and do it off mic.
Oh, I thought I was going to make that as part of the show.
Oh, that was okay.
Yeah, that was intentional.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize that was an acting choice.
It was, yep.
Then there is a kaleidoscope of footage. So the campers are smoking weed. And now there's like a psychedelic kaleidoscope of them laughing and rolling on the ground for like 3 whole uninterrupted minutes. It's so long. And they're just like...
Maybe they're trying to... I guess they're supposed to be... It was intended so you could be like, oh, that's what it's like to be, high.
First of all, that is not what it's like.
Okay.
To be high on weed.
I wouldn't know.
It's not like they took a bunch of mushrooms or something. They smoked some grass, some late 80s grass, and they're just like, oh my God, for 3 minutes while colors and shapes spin around. Forget the fact that maybe it's supposed to be like, oh, what's it like to be on drugs or something. It has nothing to do with the movie.
Well,
the zombies don't show up for another 30 minutes.
Neither did the Tobacco Man.
I know. I'm. It's almost like I'm building a case.
So at least the movie has some consistency to it.
I get. You're right. It's consistently dog shit.
Mm-hmm.
So cut to the next morning where a woman is feeding her baby, who is in a washing machine. The baby is just in a washing machine.
It is not on. That just one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're right. She didn't throw her baby in the washing machine, shut the lid, and turn it on spin.
I just wanted to clarify that before.
It is a baby standing in a washing machine who she has put moonshine in its baby bottle, and she is giving the baby alcohol. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Isn't that just the funniest fucking visual gag since Buster Keaton jumped around that train in the General? Are you just cracking up?
No, at no point did I crack up for that.
Oh, good.
Okay.
One of the campers, all of whom are sleeping on the ground.
What happened to the washing machine?
The scene ended.
Oh, okay, we're moving on. All right, go ahead.
one of the campers, all of whom are sleeping on the ground, not in the 3 tents they set up, get up and find a redneck. Find the redneck still. It's the black girl, I think.
No, was she the first one? Yes, I believe. No, she wasn't because she went to look for the other girl.
Oh, yeah, it's like a redhead or somebody. She finds the redneck still where they're making the moonshine and is attacked by a zombie redneck. Mm-hmm. This is where the movie was made to just be gross. Like, now we're just trying to be gross. We're trying to be funny before, now we're trying to be gross.
Guts and all that good stuff. She gets scalped, doesn't she, too? Like, by the...
Oh, I don't know. Anytime something happened where people weren't talking, I just skipped it. Another woman goes to find her and gets chased by a zombie, and she runs into the fat zombie from the beginning, who
not the zombie. He's not a zombie at this point.
Oh, no, he's not a zombie yet, the fat redneck, who immediately tries to have sex with this woman. The zombie shows up, the fat guy gives the girl to the zombie and runs away while it eats her. The fat guy wanders over to the still, does the worst Lou Costello impression when he sees a dead body, considers having sex with the dead body, talks to the camera, then drinks some zombie juice. That's a scene in this movie.
Yeah.
Lou Costello must be rolling in his fucking grave the way this fat actor dared to ruin his good name.
I guess I didn't know the Lou Costello line.
Well, you know Abbott and Costello.
Yeah.
Right? So, you ever see Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein?
Nope.
Abbott and Costello meet Dracula?
No,
Abbott and Costello meet the Wolfman?
I guess I got some stuff to watch this week.
It's the classic, like...
Oh, that? Okay.
Yes!
I know that, then. Okay.
That shit!
All right.
He does that in the same breath that he thinks about fucking a dead body.
Half of a dead body.
Then we cut to more children drinking moonshine in a basement. Hey, Francis, I hope you thought that shit was hilarious the first time, because here it is again. Kids drinking alcohol.
I didn't have enough of it before.
Oh boy, isn't this just a side-splitting, knee-slapping good time?
I had to check the laugh-o-meter while that one was going on.
I believe it's pronounced laugh-o-mometer.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Right then.
So, then there's just a woman with a frying pan, also carrying a pig in the other arm.
Now, that is supposed to be the original redneck guys, the family there. That's the wife.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, she also drinks zombie juice. The campers find the same dead body prop from earlier, but in a different spot.
And they just put a new shirt around it.
And no, it's the same prop.
Oh, wow.
Their reaction, and so like 4 of them find this. The campers' reactions include complete indifference, minor sadness, a complete mental breakdown, and mild amusement. Every single person is... One guy's like, whatever. The other one's like, oh no, a person died. One guy loses his goddamn mind, and the other guy just like laughs it off.
There's a plethora of emotions happening.
It is. It's like watching a bunch of crazy people. Cut to the redneck is still delivering moonshine. It's been like an hour.
And this is the weirdest one.
Oh yeah, this is the guy who wants to be called by a girl's name because I think he's gay. Oh, by the way, this movie hates gay people. Like there are 2 like characters who are offensively gay stereotypes.
And of course it's the 80s, so that's okay.
That's right. If we learned anything from Monster Squad, it's that it's okay to not like gay people and make fun of them. Being gay is a weakness. I don't know if you knew that. So the next house he goes to is like the home of 2 serial killers who have a woman tied up on the couch. She is screaming for her life while on TV a video of baby chickens
being killed
in a processing plant. I think this is also supposed to be funny.
Yeah, well, yeah, because there's like this whole like interaction between. He keeps like looking at her, and she's like, "Arr!" And he's just like, okay, I'm just gonna.
I mean, okay, let me say this. While I was watching it, when she's screaming, and it's like a slow zoom on her face. Then there's like a slow zoom on the guy delivering the moonshine because who's not. Then there's a slow zoom on one of the serial killers, and then there's a slow zoom on the fucking video with the baby chicks, and I was like disturbed
a little bit, yeah,
because it is a disturbing scene,
yeah.
but I don't think it's supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be like he doesn't get it. Do you get it?
Yeah.
He doesn't understand.
No, I mean, I was like, "Ooh, wow, this is."
Yeah, and it's jarring because like it's such a long, drawn out scene. The movie, like the rest of the movie, basically stops.
Yeah.
While this happens, it's really weird.
Well, I mean, and then the both things were disturbing. Not the TV little thing with the chicks is really disturbing, and then the thing with the girl is really disturbing too, because the guy comes out and he's like got blood all over him. And he's like gonna hacking her up or whatever.
And that's where it's like, is this movie supposed to be like an exploitation film where it's like we're graphic because we're gonna make you like face reality and see this shit, or is it because that's how the end of the scene goes, but the beginning of the scene where it's like the guy who ordered the moonshine comes out and he's like covered in blood and he's got like a knife in his hand, but he's like casually ordering moonshine. That's supposed to be a joke.
Right.
Like, that part's supposed to be funny. But the rest of the scene is the complete opposite, like, tone. So it doesn't, like, I don't know what they're trying to convey here.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, that part, it was the only time where I was like, all the other parts I was like, yeah, I could fast forward through this. But that part was like, ooh, wow, this is very interestingly horrible.
It's interesting, but not in a good way. It's just interesting because you're like, what is happening? What am I supposed to be? What is my reaction supposed to be?
How am I feeling?
Yeah, how am I feeling? Somebody tell me how I'm feeling. Because right now I feel like I just want to turn the movie off. That's about it, though.
All right, so let's get through that scene now. I'm starting to get a little heebie-jeebies myself
done.
there now.
Then one of the campers basically just guesses the plot to the movie. He goes, oh, no, before that, the campers are still walking around. They find the exact same prop body they just saw 2 minutes ago in a different location and react to it all over again. It's basically like they repeated the scene from before, but without actually doing it. Then, this is where one of the campers guesses the plot of the movie. And I wrote down what he said. They made this still out of a toxic waste drum, which should have killed them. But I bet it just turned them into horrible maniacs.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
And yeah, it's just, why say that? Like, because he doesn't need to say that for the characters.
Right.
And he's not saying it for us because I've been watching the movie. I know what's going on. Why is that dialogue there?
In case, I guess, we hadn't figured it out yet.
In case, like everybody else, like you sort of fell asleep 20 minutes in and you woke up at this point.
Where the action starts. And don't get mistaken for good action. But this
last time on Redneck Zombies.
Oh, can you imagine if this is a series?
No, I can't.
When are we going to watch a good movie? And review?
When you pick one.
Okay. Anyways.
So, then we cut to the soldier who is back in the Jeep.
With two other soldiers.
With two other soldiers to retrieve the drum. One is a stupid meathead with a gun, and the other is just like this weird, effeminate gay man.
Yeah, it doesn't fit at all.
But this is supposed to be funny.
Right. Oh, yeah, an army guy that's gay.
Yeah, and he's like, we're going to go to the war, and I'm just going to, oh my God, what if I break a neck? He's not even being gay. He's doing, like, a lady impression.
Stereotypical whatever.
He's doing a stereotypical woman, but he's a guy with a mustache, so that equals gay, but he's not being gay? Anyway, who could care? Meanwhile,
is this over yet?
No. Meanwhile, for no reason, the campers have a fist fight. One of the ladies yell, and then one of them gets eaten by a zombie. It's so scary, it suddenly makes one of the guys have a wig on his head, because his hair is supposed to stand up.
That's right.
They kill the zombie with a shovel. They go into a mine shaft to hide from the zombie. The guy who got so scared he suddenly had a wig on just now has that wig on for the rest of the movie. He has an acid trip for some reason.
Didn't do anything.
There is another psychedelic kaleidoscope scene while he conducts a hilarious autopsy.
Oh, he's like, oh, I'm pulling out. Look, it's like a shoe, but of course it's like his intestine or something.
Yeah, he's like, oh, look, it's a bunch of Skittles or whatever, and he's got a bunch of, like, whatevers in his hands, and that's hilarious. The campers find out that deodorant kills the zombies.
Interesting choice for a zombie killer.
Interesting choice for a whole goddamn movie. So the guy delivering moonshine finally finishes his delivery about 5 minutes before the movie ends.
Goes back to his mom.
And then he drinks zombie juice.
Yes.
The soldiers stop to change a tire, see a zombie. The one guy with the gun puts down his gun to fist fight the zombie and gets killed. Then a horde of zombies show up. The gay soldier walks over to them because he thinks they will try and rape him, and he wants that.
Oh, yeah.
Then he gets killed. Stop me if you got any thoughts about what's going on.
I just want this to be over.
We're almost there. The last soldier gets killed by the fat redneck zombie from the beginning. Mm-hmm. The campers are encircled by zombies. All of them but the blonde girl gets killed, who runs into a small cabin and starts killing zombies with a machete. Then she runs away, is attacked and raped by the fat redneck zombie in overalls. Then the tobacco guy, who looks like the Elephant Man, saves her. Then we cut back to her being the one in the hospital, and somehow this movie is 95 minutes long.
Oh, and that's it?
Oh, that's it. Thank fucking God.
I thought the credit music was okay as well.
Oh, okay, well, we are at the end of our movie breakdown discussion. We went a little quick, so we have a little playroom here. Oh, Jesus, that came way down.
For shows, you probably should cover up your mic before you burp.
No.
Okay, go ahead. Playroom, let's go.
I guess I'll just fucking go into how I feel about this.
Good.
I don't think that I really have to explain it that much because I don't think I was vague in how I feel about this movie. In all seriousness, all yelling aside, this was one of the worst movies I have ever seen. Ever. Like, ever in my entire life. I don't know if they made a bad movie for it to be a bad movie, or if they made a movie that they wanted to be funny, or if they made a movie that they thought was actually going to be entertaining on some level, or scary, or, like, thought-provoking. I really don't know. Like, I don't know what we're supposed to be feeling here, or how we're supposed to be feeling. But it's very, very frustrating to me because I know there are people out there who love Trauma, and I just do not get it. You know what? If you love Trauma, if you really love Trauma films, and you hear this, please tell me why. Send something on Facebook, email us, moviehotdog@gmail.com. Explain to me the appeal of Trauma, because I don't get it. And I like bad movies, and to prove to people that I actually enjoy not good films for their schlockiness and their, the levity that sort of comes along with somebody failing, but in a positive way, I've created a list of movies that we are going to watch on this for this podcast at some point. Plan 9 from Outer Space, Hamburger the Movie, Alien Apocalypse, Great Bruce Campbell Film, Birdemic, Jim Cotta, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, Reefer Madness, and The Room. If you are looking for a bad movie, watch any of those. Those are good and entertaining. You can have a bunch of beers, eat a pizza with a couple of friends, and laugh your balls off. This is not one of those movies. I don't know why. I'm so tired. I'm so tired.
Are you done?
God, I hope so.
Okay. For me, I just feel bad for picking this movie. I saw it.
As you should.
I know. Yes, I know. Can we just lay off it for a little bit? Thank you. I picked it.
My feelings are hurt.
Yeah, they are a little bit, and it makes my stomach hurt too. So, so then I tried the movie. I didn't do so well with it, and I was forced to watch the rest of it, as I should. And even watching the end didn't make it any better. It's just bad. There's no way to follow what's really going on. The random scenes, everything just sucked about it. You want to just go watch, the movie Zombie if you want to see a zombie film.
The movie Zombie?
Yeah.
Oh, the Italian film?
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually. Did you know that that's supposed to be a sequel to Night of the Living Dead?
Yes, right.
Yes, the zombie series is actually pretty good.
Yeah, exactly. So go watch that. I have no words for this film. It is the worst pick I've ever done, and I've been pretty good with picks.
You have. I will give you that. Some of the better movies and / episodes we've done or watched have been from your choosing. For a suggestion, I'll actually suggest a new movie, not directly related in genre or any other way, but I just saw it this past weekend, and it was brilliant. A movie came out. It didn't have a theatrical release, which really surprises me because it's really well made and extremely well acted. Bone Tomahawk. It is a cowboy movie starring Kurt Russell and Patrick Wilson. You can purchase it off Amazon if you have Amazon Prime. I don't think it's on any other streaming platform, but it's well worth the rental or the purchase. It is a very slow burn cowboy movie where Kurt Russell is basically, in a nutshell, Kurt Russell is a cowboy sheriff who has to fight zombie cave people. Not zombie cave people, cannibalistic troglodytes.
Wow, that's a no word, troglodyte.
Troglodyte. It's like a cave person,
right.
Because they're at first and this isn't really spoiling anything. It's explained pretty early on. They think they're Indians, but they're not Indians. Mm-hmm. They're like cave people. They're like cavemen that that lived in the unexplored West, and it's really good. It's a slow burn. First hour, maybe even hour 10, is just basically just walking around, conversational pieces, little spurts of things happening. But outside of that, once it gets going, it's very entertaining. I highly recommend it.
I haven't seen Kurt Russell in a movie for a while, so
he's really great.
Yeah, I like his acting.
Well, is there any other things you want to bring up, mention, talk about? We got some time. You can use this to really promote Francis.
You know what? I think my name speaks for itself already. With all the fan base I have.
Right, all the fan base on the sub fan page.
I don't know. I'm so.
You know what? For there to be a sub fan page, there'd have to be a fan page.
I thought that was our Facebook page.
No, our Facebook page is a way to shamelessly promote ourselves.
Oh.
So our slow meteoric rise to mild internet fame can be documented.
Well, I actually have nothing to give right now.
Okay. Well, if you want to send us email, like I said before, you can email us at moviehotdog@gmail.com. We have a Twitter at moviehotdog, Facebook. This movie was a hot dog. And I guess we are done. And would you like to sign us off?
Yes. Well, that was Reverend Zach. I'm Francis, and this movie was a hot dog.
A Captain Reverend Zach.
Sorry. This movie was a hot dog.